I've never slept away from him. I've been thinking about getting pregnant again. I just did something, I would say crazy, but excuse the craziness of the morning. We have our dishwasher running, the Lomi's running, our laundry is going. We've got Bryson over here blowing bubbles. Yeah, had myself a kind of slower start to the morning. We have a busy weekend, so we're actually dropping this one off at my mom's house today, and we're gonna like have a night to ourselves, which I've never done. I've never. You wanna say hi? He wants to say hi. Hi! I've never slept away from him, like ever. I'm like excited because we have a housewarming party tonight, so we have a ton of people coming over, but it makes me kind of nervous, especially now that he's going through kind of like, I would say a slight little sleep regression. Are you? Have a kiss? Hey! So we're dropping him off here in a little bit. I've got to clean the house first. Have a kiss? Thank you, Stinker! I have a Nuuly order. First time, they never delivered it to me. I don't know, there was like some weird mishap because when I've done Nuuly the last 2 times, they're really, really fast. Like they are pretty good at delivering pretty quickly. Nuuly's basically a, I would say, thrifting kind of thing. So you basically rent the clothes and they're from really good designers like Free People. I know that there's Anthropology and just like a ton of like really expensive quality pieces, and they have a lot of different options. They have maternity stuff, which is like why I was going to get into them in the first place, but then I was in the hospital and they didn't deliver and I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter anyway. And then I tried it again last month, or like the last few months, and the clothes were like really bad, but I swear people use this all the time and they are just fine. So I really did my research. I like read all the reviews, looked at the pictures of the clothes that were on here. I went for like pretty simple items because I really think that it's such a good option for clothing instead of buying a whole bunch of new clothes, especially really expensive pieces, and only having like 1 or 2 pieces in your closet that you like, or that are like, I would say, somewhat nicer pieces. I mean, it looks beautiful. The way that they package it is just honestly stunning. So this is a sweater. This is just for lounging in the house. This one's Free People. And you see, you guys, I don't know. It looks good on camera, but it does look a little bit worn. I know that there's like an option for new arrivals. I think I have one of those, so we'll see what the quality's like for that. But you know what, honestly, it'll work, especially with filming and stuff. You know, like I always feel like I'm wearing the same basic pieces and it's just kind of boring for me. And then I've got this really beautiful long flowy dress. It looks kind of interesting now that I look at it because it has these like gold pieces that I didn't really see that. But I think I want to do a photo shoot on the beach with Xander. We don't really have photos, you know, like our story was like we got together and then we quickly had a baby. So like I want to start building memories and capturing family photos just in the raspberry face. Capturing moments, you know, and like really pretty moments for not only us, but like him in the future and like our future kids. This one's a little dress. I'm pretty sure this is from Free People too, yeah. That's cute. Like I feel like I could wear this. This is more of like an everyday piece. And then I picked up some Levi's shorts. So I actually have these. I have 2 pairs, but I don't have them in white. And then I found this romper. I feel like I'm gonna wear this quite often. And this one still has the tag. Okay, yeah, so this is the new one. So I think that's the way to go with Nuuly, is find the ones that are new arrivals. But the thing with new arrivals is there's no reviews. If you're gonna do ones that aren't new arrivals, make sure you read the reviews, because some people are like, it's super worn. And there's pictures, you know, so you can see if it looks like what the model is. Yeah, this is just an everyday top. You can't really go wrong with a oversized tee. So we've got some loungewear, we've got some cuter lounger stuff, some little dresses, a nice photo shoot dress, and a little sweater. I think so far it's good. I mean, I'll let you guys know as I go, but that'll be fun to play with. So it's $98 a month, and you can rent 6 items from over 150 brands. They have Urban Outfitters. They have a lot, honestly, a lot of good things per month. And I think for every extra piece, it's 20 bucks. And I have a $20 off if you use the link in my description box. They're not sponsored or anything. This is like, you could have a $20 link and send it to your friends and you both get $20 off. So if you want to use it, I'll leave it linked down below. But I think I'm gonna try to give it a shot. I'm gonna like take away that everything needs to be new Renee mentality that I'm really trying to nip in the bud. I don't know, I feel like I lived a certain way growing up, and I've slowly gotten accustomed to kind of a more consumeristic, I would say higher end way of living that I don't know. I feel like I'm very disconnected from my heart. I'm used to nicer things, but I don't want to get attached to them, where I feel like now my mindset has become like that. If I was a kid in high school, like this would have been, you know, clutch. Like I would have used this all the time. And I think I'm just so used to having like nicer, finer things all the time, but that's just so unhealthy. And for my mindset, like I just don't want to be that. Mama's gonna clean, get the house ready for the party tonight, have ourselves a nice little fun housewarming party. Yes, I am.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. If you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't it all? So come on, let's play.
We're back. We did a quick pit stop to Trader Joe's. We're gonna do a cheese board and a dessert board. Never seen anyone else do it, but we did it one time at another party that we threw for our NICU nurses, and it was a hit. So we have Asiago cheese. We've got smoked Gouda always. That's like a favorite. We have some aged cheddar. That's like an easy one. And then Swiss, kind of basic. I always like to do like kind of a stronger flavored one. And then a few easier cheeses for people who aren't into strong cheeses. And then we got some meats. So we've got peppered salami, and then I picked up an Italian dry salami. And then we have prosciutto somewhere. There she is. And then I like to do a fruit. So I picked up some apricots, and then we have some almonds, and then some sweet pecans. These are really good salty crackers, and then we picked up some pita crackers as well. And then as for the dessert board, we have these. This is Xander's pick. These are so good. I cannot have them in the house because I'll literally eat the whole thing. We picked up some little like M&M style candies, and then these looked really good. I'm probably gonna cut these in half, but there's peanut butter brownie, and then a brownie bite with like some sea salt. And then anytime I ever drink, I like to have an Amy's pizza first. I don't know, it just keeps me really full. And then we got some plates, some napkins, and then for drinks, we've got beer, we've got Stella, Yingling, picked up some bread and butter. This is a really good, like inexpensive wine. Mayomi's a really good wine too. We have some La Crema in there, but I'm gonna pop these right now in the wine fridge. And then I'm taking Z with me to the gym because we don't have Bryson, and he can actually train me, which he's never done before. I'm really excited. I don't think I've ever been to the gym with Xander. This is nice. It's weird. It's very weird. Yeah, I'm probably gonna check up on my mom like every hour. Right now I feel very like okay, because I know that leaving him with my mom is comfortable. Like I'm not leaving him with just like a random person that I feel is unorganized or whatever. Like my mom's very type A like me. She's very on top of it. So I'm not worried one bit. But I think like at night when I fall asleep, or if I wake up in the morning without him, that's when it's gonna hit and I'm gonna be like, I want my baby. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. This is my sourdough starter. This is actually day 3. She said that there should be some bubbles, but yeah, there's a few bubbles in there, which is a good sign. This?
The hooch.
The hooch. It's called the hooch. And it says that means that it needs to be fed. It's time to start the feeding process. Remove and discard approximately half of your starter. Use a spoon. Oh, there's bubbles. Bubbles. I feel like the Finding Nemo guy. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. But she said it doesn't necessarily need to have bubbles. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Remove and discard approximately half of your starter from the jar. Use a spoon. The texture will be very stretchy. Add half of a cup of all-purpose flour and 1/4 of a cup of warm water. Mix with a fork. It should resemble a thick pancake batter or plain yogurt, not Greek at this point. Cover and let it sit and rest for another 24 hours. Yeah. You look so good. We look like we don't have kids. Good morning, happy Monday. We had an amazing weekend. Like, I had such a good weekend. My mom took Bryson Saturday and then had him pretty much all like past 24 hours. We ended up going back over there yesterday, and then we just spent the day there. We went fishing, we watched church on the way, and I really just basked in my Sunday. I've never like taken a day and just, since Bryson was born, it's always Bryson first and then possibly work, and if I ever do have a calm moment, it's a moment. And so we like sat in bed, we like got to sleep in, do our own thing without carrying stroller and baby around and feeding and diaper changes and stuff like that. So this was like such a refreshing week for me. Loved every minute. Yeah, it's like little luxuries in your life that you never really appreciate until you don't have them. Yeah, I was just really appreciating all the little luxuries of not having a baby for a second. All right, I actually love this. It is super comfy. It's a cute little summer dress. I love when like dresses have this stretchy material here because it's really form-fitting. I like it. Okay, we have a plus from Nuuly. All right, I love this. Obsessed. I love that you can just get all types of different clothes from Nuuly. Like, I like the idea of having an array of different things to wear throughout the week because I'm not always gonna feel the need to dress up. I'm a big sweats gal, and this is so freaking cute. The shorts are really cute too, but I feel like with the denim, I'm gonna have to probably size up because these are a little bit tighter because I feel like they wash the clothes so frequently that they might shrink a little bit. I love it, love it. This one is also super cute. You do need to wear a bra underneath because there's like little cutouts, but it's an oversized, comfy little knit sweater that I could like find myself just lounging in, but it's kind of cute. I kind of like it, kind of liking it. So this was kind of my most random one. I like the look of this one in terms of like a photo shoot. There's like these little gold accents that I wasn't aware of, but I don't think you can really catch them on camera. I'm not mad about it. I'm not like happy, but I'm not mad. So this one I just paired with like a simple white tank. I think this is the cutest like maternity piece. I would have sized down, but this one actually had tags, which I thought was pretty awesome because it's new. Yeah, like I said, just lounging around the house kind of, because it's so hot here in Florida, like having this loose material. It's not something I would typically gravitate towards, but that's why the beauty of Nuuly is like you can test and play with different styles if you want, because you don't have to keep them and you're not paying for them. But yeah, I would have sized down. But other than that, I really kind of like it. I feel like it's gonna be so cute with the little baby bump. I've actually been getting the worst baby fever. So I don't know, like I have been thinking about getting pregnant again. Like obviously now is probably not the best time, but now that Bryson's getting a little bit older, I'm starting to think about possibly giving him a sibling. We definitely want a house first, but yeah, I've been getting these like really small urges. Like I don't know why, I think maybe because Bryson's getting older, but I'm also starting to think like about pregnancy in general, because I obviously had like a really bad traumatizing experience, but I got sick and I don't think that my body would do that again. I feel like if I were to get pregnant, it'd be a scary thing, but I wouldn't like go into it feeling nervous. Like I don't know, I say that now, but I feel like if I ever became pregnant again, like obviously everything would kind of creep up. But yeah, I think that like kind of visualizing the pregnancy that I had expected with Bryson, I'm excited to be able to feel that, and I feel worthy of having that healthy pregnancy, like watching everyone else have healthy pregnancies. At first, and I think I've opened up about this before, I was feeling bitter. I felt, why me? That's not fair. I look at the beauty of Bryson and I'm like, I don't want that to become like a woe is me story. Like it is not. I think that everyone is dealt their hand at life's traumas for a reason, and like you're strong enough to deal with it, and you're able to feel compassion towards other people possibly going through similar struggles. It just helps you become a little bit more human. I'm really trying to heal from my trauma and not create bitterness from a bad situation. I want to create compassion and love towards the situation. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I am so excited for that day to come where I become pregnant again and I'm able to like healthily go through the pregnancy. If I were to have an ideal life, I feel like 4 kids, 1 adopted would be ideal. We have Bryson. I think 2 more kids would be great. And then going through the NICU experience, we've really opened our eyes to all the scenarios and situations that little babies go through, and it's honestly so sad. So being able to help in that way would be an amazing thing. But I probably wouldn't adopt until I was like way older. But I think in our lifetime, that's something we definitely want to do. So yeah, just getting these little random thoughts. I don't know, it's kind of weird. We're not being stupid, guys. We're taking things slow, make smart decisions this time. That's another thing I'm excited about, is like actually being smart about it and like trying instead of like, oh, you're pregnant. It's like gonna be kind of cool to be like, oh, this is something we want, let's do it, and we don't have to feel any sort of way about it. Bryson's always gonna be our little miracle baby, but I think going forward, obviously it's important to make sure that you have things planned around healthy pregnancies, you're more cautious, and I think we would do things a lot different next time. So I don't know, just thoughts. I'm gonna sit here and edit a little bit. I was gonna film a favorites video, and I had talked about that in another video, but I honestly don't like the idea of promoting something that makes people go spend. I'm really being cautious about that too, like my finances and stuff. I don't know, like my whole theme this year was to create good. And I have to think about, doesn't make me money, but makes people leave feeling comforted and that they gain something, or they feel good about their lives and they want to succeed in their lives instead of focusing on lack or my life over theirs. To sit there and promote just buying a whole bunch of stuff in one video, to me is just not something I want to promote anymore. I don't think that, like sometimes I'll go on Instagram and I feel like, oh, I need to go on Amazon and buy that, I really want that, or I don't have this, that's a really good idea. And I'm like, I never would have even had that if it wasn't thrown in my face in the first place, and I wouldn't be spending random money on random things that I don't necessarily need. And so I don't really want to promote that. I don't know, that's just something that's been on my mind. So I actually took that off of my to-do list today. So I think I'm gonna like just start editing this vlog instead. I'm feeling kind of run down. I'm honestly so tired. I'm gonna take this immunity shot of ginger. I found this at Publix. They were buy one get one free, but I feel like ginger shots are always like a hit or miss. They're like either insanely spicy or you're just like, oh, that was so easy. I feel like this one's gonna be a little bit easier because it's such a big shot. So bottoms up. Yeah, not bad at all. Definitely a little kick in there, but not bad. All right, back to editing. I just did something, I would say crazy, but it's really not that crazy. I just deleted my Instagram. And I shared that I deleted it. Like, that's the scarier part, is to say what you're doing, because then you have people that are literally gonna hold you accountable. And I've done this many times throughout the years, but I've been just getting this like urge in my head, like, just stop. Like, I don't enjoy Instagram. I don't like scrolling. I don't like what I see. Like, it's not fun for me. The only reason I have it is simply because I have like a brand to uphold. At what cost? Like, it's just so time consuming. I don't feel like I'm really into it. I'm not into the shorter form content that I feel like it's now. That's literally what the app is. I just finally bit the bullet and I was like, done. And it's so scary. If you think about it, it's a way to communicate with people. So many memories. It like has you by the neck. Like, you can't delete it. There's certain things that like you can't live without now. And like, if you really wanted to, you could, and I'm gonna try to do that, but it's scary and it's weird not being in the loop of things, or being irrelevant, or losing my brand on YouTube because people aren't connecting with me on a daily basis like they are on Instagram. I love taking pictures, and I feel like I was thinking about even just doing a photo shoot soon with Z, and I'm like, how am I going to share those pictures? And that's my first thought, is how am I going to share the pictures? But the pictures are supposed to be for me and my family, and like, I can share them here on YouTube. Like, I don't need a million platforms. I've been slowly dwindling down my tracking online, my just being online in general. Like, I don't have my Goodreads account anymore. I don't have an Instagram. I haven't had a Twitter for a very long time. What else is there? I've never had a Facebook since like high school, and I'm pretty sure that's deleted. There's a girl on there right now that tries to be me, and I don't, that's not me at all. And now Instagram, and I think just partaking in one platform will be best for me, and I feel like YouTube is the one for me because it's so creative. I literally enjoy it. I'm a YouTuber. Like, I watch people. It doesn't promote unnecessary scrolling. It doesn't create lack of attention span, because content is in the form of like all different types of content on here. You can choose what you will. Yeah, and I think also just following certain people that inspire me, that's another reason why I kind of feel kind of scared, but I can just follow them in YouTube. Like, I just feel like Instagram is so bad. I don't feel good when I'm on it. I don't feel good when I leave it. And it's just constantly bombarded with like ads now, and businesses, and like everything is just a business. And even businesses all have Instagrams. Like, it's too much. It's like I'm living in two worlds. Here as in like the physical world, and then Instagram is like its whole other thing. It's bizarre. I don't want to partake in it anymore. I don't know. I'm kind of scared, but I did it. I've been literally getting this calling for years, and I always do it, and then I go back, and then I do it, and I go back. But I think, like, after having a baby, your priorities just shift. Even the people in your life shift, and the priorities in your day-to-day just shift. And I don't know, I'm just becoming a better version of myself every day, and I'm really trying to focus on that, not just for me now. I think that's why I'm actually like doing things and like becoming more patient and slow and whatever, because I'm doing it for a bigger purpose, and I want to be the version of myself that I want my kids to talk about me in the future as. I want to showcase that. Yeah, feels good. It feels like I just quit a job. Like, you know when you quit a job, you just feel like an instant relief. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like this whole pie of my life, like a chunk of it has been taken out. I'm like, oh, now what do I do with that? Like, it just feels so good. So this is just your little, you know, sign to listen to that voice in your head. If you're constantly getting something like and wanting to do something, like, you have to do it. That's God pushing you. Like, it's a voice. Listen to it. Bye.